Hello, this is serving as a preview of the SREB Digital Tools Suite for math. For this preview, we're going to be looking at Lesson 2 in the High School Ready course in Unit 1/2. But this serves as a preview of all of the materials because they all kind of encompass the things I'll show you today. First of all, I wanted to show you the teacher's edition for this lesson so that you kind of get an idea of what's going on. This is a lesson where students are going to compare and order fractions. So it begins with a problem where they're going to estimate the number of seats in each section of this concert map or venue. So they're going to estimate about which fraction of the seating is light blue or green or red or special areas, and then VIP. And then you are going to provide them with the actual length. And they're going to make a decision if that's greater than or less than or equal to their estimate. Then they're going to draw area models to represent estimates for 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then they're going to place a 1, 2, 3, and 4 on a number line in two different ways. You'll see that in a second. First, one right after another, and then one on top of another. And they provide you with the estimate answers. And then here's the number line portion, where they're going to have it first, one right after another. So they show that it's a whole. And then one where they're one on top of another. And then there's a lesson when you're talking about waiting in line and how close they are to the front of the line. And we have to make some decisions about who we know is not going to get to the gate first. And then who do you think is going to get to the gate first based on a number line that you draw? And then the closing activity is an I have, who has, fractions as area models activity. And then the last thing is there's an independent practice for the students. It's an illuminations activity. I take you into teaching or the Canvas materials. You'll see that we're in lesson 2. There's lesson 1 and 2, 3 and 4. There's one of these sections for every lesson. The first link takes you to the teacher's edition and student's edition. When you click on it, it doesn't take you out. You have the ability to download it if you want to, but you can just look at it right through Canvas. Kind of read through the same thing that I previewed. Same thing with the student edition. If there's any of these that you want to, any of these pages that you want to print instead of doing them digitally, you can find that all here. We provided you with the concert seating map so you wouldn't have to go find it. So that's something you can download and just project on your screen. And then we kind of reimagined a lot of these lessons and saw what would they look like if they were in Google Slides or Jamboard or an editable PDF or a Google Doc. And so this one we reimagined as a Google Slides activity. Tell you that sometimes the Google Slides activities, you'll assign one per class and everybody will be working on the same Google slide. Sometimes it'll be one per student. So what we've done is we provided you with a preview of the lesson. But then when you're ready to add it to your learning management system, we've provided you with the ability to make a copy. So once you make a copy of it, this is the form that you will add into your LMS. And you'll see this is what the students would see, is this document. So they have the ability about what fraction of the seating is light blue. So they'll be looking at the map and they'll type in the fraction they think is light blue, green, red, and then all the other sections. And then you'll provide them with the estimate. And then they'll make a decision on whether, and they can just drag these tiles up to the spot if it's less than or greater than. So we've provided them with several tiles that they can use. On slide 2, we've given them a place where they can draw their area model using either any of these tools. The scribble tool they could use. They could insert a shape and then use their tools however they want to do it. But you'll notice that anything that's in text is in the background, so they can't really manipulate the text. They only have the space to draw their area model. You have that for the light blue, the green, the red, and the special seating areas. And then we have a space where they can draw those number lines. So we have that ready-made for the students and for you to assign. Remember that you'll have to deal with your permissions here right now. When you download it, it's private. So that's the first task, task 3. Task 4, we looked at as a Desmos activity. So we've provided you with a teacher file so that all you'll have to do is, I'm going to sign in really quickly. So it'll provide you, all you'll have to do is, you can add it to one of your collections or something like that, but then you can either assign it to your classes or a single session code, whichever you prefer. To preview this activity, you'll see the slide where you're attending the concert, and you want to, students' first answer is, who do you know is not going to get to the gate first? And then there's a blank for them to write how they know. On slide 2, we've provided them with the number line, and we want them to annotate this number line and place each of the 6 people on this number line where they go. And then we want them to use that number line to answer who is going to get to the gate first. So this is an activity you can directly assign to your students. For the fraction feud, we've provided it to you in 2 ways. We provided it to you as a Desmos activity. Again, where the students have the opportunity to insert a symbol using their drawing tool. They can draw greater than or less than or whatever they think. And then they want to know, how do you know? We do that several times. Sometimes we ask questions about, what do you notice about these fractions? Questions vary, but we're always having them make some kind of judgment. Here's one where we're going to have them sort these and place them from least to greatest. A great question, challenge question. All of these are modeled from the worksheets that we provide you. If you prefer to do this using worksheet, we provide you with those worksheets, easier to download. This way it's all in one place and you're not scrolling through a humongous file. But we provide you with a PDF that you can download and just assign to students. And then right here, you'll find the answer key as well, so that you have, but you'll notice each of these questions is the same as what's sitting on that Desmos activity. The last thing that we provide you in this lesson is the I Have Who Has cards, so that all you have to do is download them, and you don't have to pull them out of that teacher guide where there's hundreds of pages. So that serves as a preview of all of these lessons. And then you'll see when you hit next, you have lesson 3. And that same thing will repeat, where each of the activities or tasks that's in the teacher and student manual have been replicated into something that you can assign to your students through a learning management system, and they can complete digitally and submit back to you. So thank you, and we hope this is something that you're interested in. We think it's a great tool for being able to make this course interactive and usable through computers. So thank you, and I hope to hear from you.